Up next, we have Vanessa Pabon. Vanessa is a senior nursing major in the School of Nursing and Health Studies from Fort Worth, Texas. During her time at Georgetown, she has been part of the Georgetown Emergency Response Medical Service, also known as GERMS, and she is a part of the Georgetown Undergraduate Research Opportunities Program, working closely with a nursing professor on various cancer-related research projects. As a freshman, she was involved with the DC Schools Project, improving the writing and analytical skills of DC's low-income youth of immigrant backgrounds. Currently, she is working in the Surgical Intensive Care Unit at Washington Hospital Center, and after graduation, she plans on working as a nurse in an emergency department at a Level 1 trauma center in DC. Please welcome Vanessa Pabon.
You know what's funny? I almost didn't get to go to Georgetown. Want to know why? My mom accidentally threw away my letter of acceptance into the recycling bin. I still remember the day I found out. I was in my 7th period AP English class, randomly checking my email when I had seen an email that said, "Dear future Hoya, congratulations on your acceptance into Georgetown." I jumped up and knocked over the chair so hard, my teacher exclaimed, "Oh my gosh, is there a mouse or something?" I explained to her, "I just got accepted into Georgetown." She replied, "Go call your mom. She'd be so proud." So I proceeded to step outside and give my mom a call. "Hey Mama, I have some good news. I got accepted into Georgetown," I told her excitedly. Funny thing is, I didn't even take the time to realize it was April Fool's Day. She retorted, "Ha ha, what a funny April Fool's joke. You're so cute." I threw away the small letter that I saw you got in the mail a few days ago. My mouth dropped, and instantly, I had this feeling of panic. I need to go home now, I thought to myself. I immediately ran back into the classroom, grabbed my backpack, and peaced out, running down the hallway of the high school. When I got home, I dove right into the recycling bin like a mad woman, going through every single piece of paper until I finally found it, my acceptance letter. Honestly, to this day, I'm a little salty that Georgetown sends out small letters and not those big packets. Regardless, I was so proud of retrieving the letter, I framed it and I hung it up on my wall, and the rest is history. To tell you a little bit about myself, I hail from a small suburb in Texas, and I come from public school where no one had ever gone to Georgetown. I grew up in a low socioeconomic status household where my mom was a single mother, and I was her only child. When I first saw the price of Georgetown tuition, both my mom and I had sticker shock. My heart sank because I knew we would never be able to afford this prestigious private school. Thankfully, my financial aid counselor worked closely with my mom and me to ensure that our expected family financial responsibility was feasible. I was chosen to be a part of the Georgetown Scholarship Program, otherwise known as GSP. GSP provides academic, professional development, and financial support to students that come from under-resourced backgrounds. Throughout their time at Georgetown, they helped me ease my fears of affordability as a low socioeconomic student, and although it was hard for my mom to let me go off to DC, she knew deep down inside that there would be plenty of opportunities for my career and personal growth at Georgetown. Man, was she right. I have fallen in love with the university and the city, and I actually plan on staying here after graduation. Some of my fondest memories in DC include kayaking on the Potomac River, running around the National Mall during cherry blossom season, performing in various dance shows on this very stage, brunching with my ladies on the waterfront, and seeing Obama on a White House tour. I have joined various clubs during my time here at Georgetown. Currently, I'm involved in the Georgetown Emergency Response Medical Service, otherwise known as GERMS, which is a voluntary student-run EMT organization that provides emergency medical care and transportation free of charge. I'm also part of the Georgetown Undergraduate Research and Opportunities Program, in which I work closely with the professor on various research projects. Coming in as a freshman, I was part of the DC Schools Project, which serves DC's low-income youth with immigrant backgrounds by providing tutoring services to non-native English speakers. These are only some of the hundreds of clubs Georgetown offers. The opportunities at this university are limitless, and I have greatly appreciated my experiences here. For me, Georgetown has been a home away from home, and I would never have wanted to go anywhere else for my degree. However, when I first came to Georgetown, I absolutely knew no one. I wanted to fit in and be cool, make lots of friends, but looking back on almost my 4 years here, I will advise you that by being true to yourself and true to who you really are, you can make genuine lifelong friendships. Back when I went to GAP with my mom, my nursing dean told my class to look around the room. He explained, "These are the people that will be dancing at your wedding." To be honest, at first I thought he was a little crazy, but as time went on, I knew he was right. I met my lifelong friends, and the funny thing is, this wedding, I will be attending, this June, I will be attending my roommate's wedding this June. Before even coming to Georgetown, they make you do this funny thing where they think you have your life together, and they make you pick your major. I actually met some of my best friends as we were pre-med students together in general chemistry. It's something about late nights and suffering together in the library, procrastinating on homework that makes people really bond. Personally, I knew I wanted to go into the medical field, but I wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to be a doctor or a nurse. It all stemmed from my experience with my mom's breast cancer. When I was 8, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. I grew up in and out of the hospital, going to every doctor's visit. At the time, I really didn't know what cancer was. I thought of cancer as a flu that would eventually go away, but unfortunately it's not. My mom remained strong in all the surgeries and treatments she underwent, but the people who stood out to me the most were the nurses. Every time I would go, they would come into the room. It was like a little ray of sunshine cutting through such gray gloom. With beaming smiles and golden hearts, they made a difference in my mother's life, and they opened a newfound perspective in mine. I grew up with the desire to help other people feel loved and cared for, just like the nurses did for my mom and me. This is why I ultimately chose nursing. Cura Personalis. It's a motto I live by thanks to Georgetown University and the School of Nursing and Health Studies. It's a Latin phrase that translates into care of the whole person. Specifically in nursing, this Latin expression pushes us to look beyond the physical disease of patients and pay personalized attention to their unique circumstances, their spiritual needs, and diverse backgrounds. Any university can teach you how to write, how to solve math problems, how to give a speech, but Georgetown teaches you to be a servant for others. It equips you with the knowledge to fight for social justice, to strive for excellence in everything you do. It teaches us to embrace diversity and to maximize health and human flourishing. What blows me away is how I see these values and principles manifest into real actions every day on campus and in the hospital. Georgetown not only talks the talk, but the student body, faculty, and administrators most definitely walk the walk. Unfortunately, this January, my mom passed away, and I was absolutely devastated. As I said before, she was a single parent, and I was her only child. We always had each other through the best of times and through the worst of times. The outpouring of love I received from my Georgetown family was unlike any other. My best friends offered to fly to Texas to be with me, and many others flooded my phone with compassion and sympathy. My professors were very understanding, and they all wrote me letters with kind thoughts and words. When I returned to campus, my nursing classmates surprised me with a bucket full of self-care presents. One professor even waited outside my first class at 8 a.m. to give me a hug. And all my professors were on board to ensure that I graduate this May. To attend a school where the president of the university personally writes you a letter giving his condolences speaks volumes. This experience has proven to me that Georgetown is more than just a school. It's a community. It's a family. This May, I will be the first to graduate from my family from a four-year university. And although my mom planned to stay to see me alive to see me graduate, I know she'll be cheering me on from up above. I am forever grateful for the people that helped me to get to where I am today. standing in front of you all. I challenge you all to embrace your failures and hardships, as they are what will make you stronger as a person and contribute to your future successes. I hope you challenge yourself to make decisions to get outside of your comfort zone and choose places and situations that will ultimately make you grow as a person. I hope you choose Georgetown, as I am so thankful that I did. And with that, I welcome you to the Hilltop. Hoya Saxa.